chasing shadows on the wall. She can't tell that we got taller. Will I be here after all? My thoughts are done. Will I be here in the morning? And I'm so scared of getting cold, but you can't hold me up taller. Will I be here after all? My thoughts are done. Will I be here in the morning? My apologies for the delay. My head don't work in the usual ways. My apologies for the delay. My head don't work in the usual ways. 'Cause I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a fool for pain. Yeah, for pain. My brother is wise as a child, you see. All he sees, he loves the same. And I wonder if I should act like him, but there's so much I have to change. And my apologies for the delay. My head don't work in the usual ways. My apologies for the delay. My head don't work in the usual ways. 'Cause I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a fool for pain. Yeah, for pain. I'm just chasing shadows on the wall, and soon you'll see I'll be taller, and I'll hold up till all our thoughts are done, and I'll be here in the morning.
Didirri, welcome to The Right Notes.
Hey, how are ya?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very good.
Relatively fresh off the plane from Europe, having just played Primavera.
Yeah, I think jet lag's just gone.
Right.
Yeah.
I hear
good.
that's like a beautiful festival, Primavera.
Primavera is like nothing else. Right on the edge of the ocean.
Yeah.
It feels like a movie set most of the time.
Wow.
It's, pretty stunning.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I wasn't ready for it. I hadn't done any research about. I was like, oh, I'm playing some festival, and I got there and there's like 60,000 people a day, and I'm just like walking around. I got to see Nick Cave for the first time.
Great.
And he played to like 15,000 people. No, he just blew my head off.
He's incredible.
incredible.
Yeah.
I remember him. Yeah, I think I'm now a Nick Cave fan. Which
a
was
convert.
Yeah,
That's
definite.
great. When you were busking in Melbourne, I mean, was playing in Europe, playing somewhere like Primavera, was that like in the back of your mind? Was that a goal? Were you working towards something like that, or is this something unexpected?
I've got some strange life philosophies, but one of them is not to have goals.
Okay.
My thing is, I said to myself when I was working in a factory, I said, I want to create good habits, and then I'll just kick goals by accident. And that tends to have been working so far.
Right.
Just like, I got fired from my job in a factory, and I was working 9 to 5, and I decided I know how to work those hours now. Like, I've got that rhythm, so I'll just do music 9 to 5. And I was like, gave myself a lunch break, told my friends I couldn't see them during work hours, kind of thing. And it just happened.
So that's between 9 to 5, you would be out busking, or you would just be working on songs, or
booking my own gigs, writing songs, doing accounting, making sure that everything was working.
Yeah.
Busking, eventually not busking. And then part of my, I mean, it is a job to me, but part of my job is trying to help people just under what I'm doing and bring them up too.
Okay.
I think it's really important, especially in this career. There's a lot of people just trying to look up, trying to find the next thing that they want to do, and never kind of looking at the community that they're missing out on along the way.
So there's no career plan or career strategy?
Other people have career plans for me now.
Right.
But for me, it's the daily stuff. It's like, have I put pen to paper today and written something? Yeah. Have I been creative? Have I listened to something or taken in some art that doesn't have to be music, but have I made a friend? That's a really big one on tour. That's like my biggest advice to anyone touring. It's like, if you can make a friend in every city, then you're not going to just miss your hometown. You're going to miss everywhere, and you're going to want to go back there.
Right.
If you spend the whole time just in your hotel, you're going to hate it every single time you go around.
Yeah.
Get back to Berlin and be like, oh, great, inside of another Berlin hotel.
Yeah.
But that's hard. Not doing things is really easy. Like forcing yourself to meet people. Yeah, but
Tough
it's
work.
rewarding.
Okay.
Right.
So at what age did you start focusing on music? When did it become important in your life?
It's always been there, the complete cliche. My dad is a children's singer-songwriter, so I was on tour with him from a pretty young age, and he always, I was part of his like songwriting workshops and things, so very young. But I'd been in bands and I'd played in cafes and things when I was a teenager, and I did musical theatre. I knew that I wanted to do something from a performance point of view, but I didn't know what yet. Probably about 2014, so like 4 years ago, I made the decision to go by my real name and not my last name, and that I did my first show at the Evelyn in Melbourne. I'd written 5 or 6 songs.
Okay.
And that was kind of it.
Yeah, right. Was that like a big moment for you to actually go by your first name?
I remember the decision because at the time I was playing with 4 people and it was my writing, and the decision came down to, do I want this to be my writing or do I want this to be a band thing? And I was in other bands and decided that this outlet needed just to be an autocratic, this is what I want to do kind of thing. And I remember the decision. I don't know how significant it was to me at the time.
Okay.
Of being like, I want to go by Didirri.
Yeah.
It means, means something to me.
And one of the things that, I've seen you play live, and one of the things you often see in your live reviews is the storytelling aspect of your show, the fact that you'll talk to the audience quite a lot in between songs. And if I understand correctly, Didirri itself is actually an indigenous word for like acute listening. Like
Deep, quiet listening.
Right.
Where it's a form of meditation.
Okay.
It's about listening for the still part of a river.
Mm-hmm.
And from what's been explained to me, there are certain things that can only grow in a still part of a river with flowing water over the top, but the water never moving. And listening for those things is near impossible, but the idea of sitting so still that you could absorb that.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to live up to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's quite fitting that your live shows do actually require people to listen. I mean, obviously your music does as well, but your live shows with the stories that you tell actually require that listening to.
My father told me, I used to play in cafes and they wouldn't turn the football off and people would be talking and I'd only ever get like the turn it down a little bit, please. And the best advice my dad gave me was just start talking about what the song's about, because if you look someone in the eye and tell them, hey, this is about, something truly personal, it's pretty hard to ignore after that point. And it became such an integral part of what I do to give someone a little bit of backstory as to what they're about to go through with me, hopefully.
Okay.
And, artists are all different. Like, some people would hate that. Some people would really not like to have all the details of their song revealed and be like, ooh, there it goes. But, I don't know, I like to have an informed audience.
And I think I've read that you, at times, are concerned that your music is too depressing for some people.
Definitely. I'm hitting some heavy topics, and people often ask me if I'm a sad man, and my answer is no, but it's healing for me.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm happy, usually I'm too busy being happy to write a song.
Right.
It doesn't inspire me to sit down, and it inspires me to continue being happy and going out and doing stuff. I've played in bands where it's made me happy.
Okay.
But whenever I sit down and write, it's usually in that moment where I need to reflect on something that's happened.
Okay. And your first EP, Measurements, comes out on July 6th.
It does.
What are some of those topics that you address through that EP?
You've got Formaldehyde, which is about infertility and empowerment of women and abortion. And then we've got Jude, which is about struggling with depression and seeing some of my friends really hit rock bottom. Man. A song called Bird Sounds, which is about not wasting too much time on things that seem too complicated. Just trying to simplify things. Okay. There's a lot of different things. I wrote a lot of it in about 2016, and it's strange to me. I really wanted to finish this EP because it's a chapter in my life.
Right.
And I'm obsessed with albums, but to put them on an album with songs now kind of wouldn't have mixed in terms of what I'm writing about and where I was at the time.
So you're at a different place in your life in 2016, yeah.
So things are, I'm looking forward to the next album as well, because there's a whole heap of songs that I've written since this EP.
Right.
But I'm definitely proud of those songs.
Yeah.
There's something about them. I Can't Get Last Night out of my head is fun.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I think you've referred to that as one of the songs that is quite uplifting.
Yeah. It comes from it's going to sound, I don't know, it's a moment of elation in my life.
Okay.
But it was born, like it was that rare moment when I was happy and wanted to write something and it came out like that.
Okay.
It's a very simple song, but it was a very simple feeling. Happiness is a simple feeling.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people, like, people think that people who write, like, positive songs aren't cool, but I think it's just because it's simple. It's like that feeling. We have so many words for negative feelings, but like we've got joy, gay, happy, elated. I don't know.
Yep.
Already struggling, but
Right.
like, you know, bitter, annoyed, angry,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
deceitful. Like,
Yeah.
you can just go on, and that inspires a lot more writing to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Like all of those. Yeah. I also love talking about taboos. I
Right.
love how awkward a crowd gets when you say this is about sex or whatever. It's just like,
What, you see the room squirm?
yeah.
Do you?
And I'm like, there's been 100 billion people on this planet, and we all came from
Yep.
that.
Yep.
So why can't we talk about it? It's very funny.
And you got your EP launch in your hometown of Warrnambool, which I believe is sold out.
It is indeed.
What do you reckon that will mean to you going back to Warrnambool and launching the EP there?
It's an interesting one. It's a tough thing to talk about because there's so many elements to your life when you, like, that's 18 years of my life. So there was an element, I remember someone who wasn't particularly friendly to me in high school came up and gave me a hug and said, your music means a lot. And I was like, I had no idea how to feel about it. Just
Wow.
still sticking with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Be
Okay.
proud of little boys who sing about feelings.
Yay.
Like, that's my advice to people.
That's good advice.
You don't know who someone's going to be one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Excellent.
to
Well,
play.
I wish you well for that show and for the rest of the tour. You got
Thank you.
a year ahead on the road. So
Yeah,
get
all
that.
over the place.
Thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
One more thing before I go. I know you said you'd call me in an hour or so, but I have to call and say that I can't get last night out of my head. No, I can't get last night out of my head. One more thing before I grow. Mix it up, let's take it slow. But I have to call and say that I can't get last night out of my head. No, I can't get last night out of my head. And I know that I'll be here, and I'll take you over tears. I just wanna make it clear that I love you. One more thing before I check out. This dry well has sprung a leaking out. Just have to say that I can't get last night out of my head. No, I can't get last night out of my head. I don't wanna spend a single night in my own bed. Slow down, slow down. I bruise easily, I bruise easily, we bruise easily, I bruise easily. I can't get last night out of my head. No, I can't get last don't wanna spend a single